backed up over there. Oh yeah, that's right. Armageddon's Carmageddon ended yesterday or today. Henceforth, a little bit of a slowdown, and I guess catching up. This I'd open it. Headed east. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Tuesday morning, August 23rd, 2022. It's about a little after 9 o'clock in the morning. And I am in Hastings Ranch right now. Just got off the train. Ooh, it's bright. It's about 71 degrees. It's supposed to get maybe a day of cooling down, and then it's supposed to go back up. I don't know. High desert though remains really hot, but it's not too bad out here. It's nice. It's very beautiful. It's been a great weekend all in all, but yeah, I know. Those car chases and those auto accidents have really started going back up again. Everything started kind of going sour towards the first quarter, I'd say, of 2019. Everything, I mean, there's a lot of people not paying attention and hurting other people at intersections and stuff like that, and then the car chases, car thefts were starting to ramp up, and then of course, as we all saw and experienced, especially out here, it was just amazing. It was just car theft after another car theft, and smashing grabs and pursuits, and a lot of the police weren't doing anything because, you know, the public was saying, well, why aren't you guys doing enough? Because given the time of the crisis and everything, and the hysteria or whatever, and people's minds not being too cool, and especially police officers everywhere throughout the whole country, their mindsets are kind of focused on the individual that they're trying to deal with, especially in these times, trying to anticipate or don't know what to expect from that individual, given those certain times where everybody's just thinking kind of like a nut job. You know, so when people say, oh, the police are just going crazy and everything, well, you know, they literally have the weight of the world on their shoulders. They have the weight of justice on them because they're trying to decipher how this person is going to be. And again, given those circumstances, you know, those times that we were going through, even though seems to be calming down again, but it's ramping up. So yeah, it's just really bad, especially with the Los Angeles over here. Not too long, about a couple months ago, with opening the 6th Street Bridge, it didn't take long. In a matter of a couple days, people doing stupid stuff, auto accidents, burnouts, doing donuts, climbing on the archways, as many of you saw, cutting hair in the middle of the street, just doing stupid stuff. It's society's mindset, you know, really got scrambled when the Democrats started going with, and I'm sorry if you are, but going with, you know, defending the whole police. Bear with me. You know, again, earlier, you know, BLM was fixated on the police, and I started getting a whole lot of people, surprisingly enough, a whole lot of people that should maybe have known better were climbing a second, please. We're climbing on board that that mindset that, hey, you know, maybe even though we already just spent 4 years with Trump, you know, maybe he was pretty bad after all. Yeah, not a lot of people, but surprisingly enough, and this just fueled. Now this is my perspective, my point of view, and experiencing everything over here, and it didn't help being stuck in the house with Carla and everything, and just kind of cementing and solidifying what the left stands for, and standing up for people like Carla and the criminal activity, and just turning a blind eye. So yeah, I'm a little biased on that, yes, because I've had to deal with this and still having to deal with all this. You know, I could easily, you know, if something, God forbid, were to happen and I were to snap and I were to inflict danger or whatever, then things would turn completely on me. I would be the bad guy. Oh, this guy was on the edge or whatever. They would immediately fix it. Well, you know, he should have said something. He was probably mentally ill, or, you know, and he has shows history of alcohol and drug abuse and stuff. You know, they do everything what they can to put and make the victim the criminal nowadays. Out here more than any other part of the country. Again, my point of view, this is so bad, you know, and that's why I really tried to restrain myself as far as what was going on in the house during the times. And even though I'm going to go get food or go check my mail, and my mail's not there or my food is gone, you know, especially after getting back from work, and I have my knife because I don't know what to expect from her or her damn fucking kids or her family and friends, you know, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna go through someone beating the crap out of me again. So yeah, we'll pick it up. Well, that is it. Another day down. Now it's the typical 5 o'clock rush. Headed east on the 210. Now it's normal. And then headed west. It's just free flowing. That's not so bad. Headed west. The sky's a little hazy. We've had some local fires. We had one, I think, this morning. Not too far off of, oh wow, it's really, it's all icky. You can just barely see the mountains on the east. You can't even really see the valley hills, and wow, look at it. But this is normal. This is normal. This is Lake Avenue. The Gold Line, or the Lake Station. This is a very, very, very busy area. That's Lake Avenue Church. That right there is where they feed, and they have been doing it for so many years. I can't even really remember how long. But on Sundays they have a sit-down meal and stuff, and a lot of the parishioners, they serve you. It's really cool, quite sweet. The what was the cold weather shelter, right on the other side, there's a church over there on the corner. I don't know if you can see that kind of steeple up there, but anyway, that is what is the church, and a little bit of whatever the gym is for that place is considered to be the cold weather shelter for Pasadena, for this area right up here. Again, it seems like for the third straight year, it's not going to happen. I saw on the Pasadena now what they're going to do is it looks like the council's going to vote, and they're going to, or do whatever, they're going to reissue hotel and motel vouchers to be able to stay. Now, the problem with that is not too many participants. You don't have to. Here's the thing. They are making it, so they are trying to make it. So it doesn't matter what. You cannot say no to an emergency cold weather shelter voucher like that. So they're putting the burden on the place of business or the entity to enforce the government rules and laws to adhere. Just like they did with the mandates. See, that's why there was a fine line. It wasn't the government or anything that was making us. Basically, pretty much, especially a lot here, I get a lot of folks to say, well, they shouldn't, the government should. Well, they put the responsibility on your employer to force you to wear the mask, and that's what they did for the last 100 years now, it seems like. It really does. So now they're putting the burden on the shoulder of the places of business of that. So it still hasn't really been official. And normally that shelter was inaugurated sometime around, I want to say mid-December, I think. And then it goes for like 3 months. What I'm trying to also say is that if you do, and I think this is also going for Los Angeles County, the thing is that nobody wants to provide a place to be used as a cold weather shelter. That church doesn't want to do it any longer. It only actually takes in about 30 people out of what do we have here? A few hundred. So we need something like a huge warehouse or something well insulated or whatever that doesn't take a lot of energy to keep warm during the winters. You put folks like in an airplane hangar type of a warehouse situation, you're going to spend a whole lot of money and labor costs and whatever. DeSantis we also had a bill that they were really pushing to make it, to give a safe haven or a place of safety for intravenous drug users to have a safe place to shoot up. And they were going to fully incorporate that into the primaries, and it was looking like it was going to gain full steam. And then Newsom just didn't do it. And a lot of lefties were saying, well, he's only thinking about his career, his job. That's all he's been doing for the last couple of years, folks. You guys are on the same, you're in the same skull rowing, but you're rowing at different tempos. Seriously, you're in the same skull and you're rowing. And you're trying to row into different directions. So that's where that, and it's just as well because it doesn't make sense to, we're supposed to get people off drug abuse, not to entice them. You're enabling. We have really become a state of enabling now. You're homeless, come over here, we'll give you a few food stamps, Medi-Cal, and GR and whatever, and we'll keep you fed and whatever, just as long as you vote for us. You're an immigrant, come over here, we'll give you college and all sorts of job, and we'll give you a place to stay in a home before the homeless people here, because they already have it too damn good. So if you're an immigrant, fine. That's why we're so torn asunder here. To that one person, I really do hope that wherever you are, that wherever you are, it's more quieter than this. That's why I put the links down. Me living in a different world. Yeah, I live in Pasadena. I see all this crap all around me, and I see it every time. And I experience it, hear it all the time. The shots being fired, the sirens, a warning on my Citizen app that 2 blocks away there was an accident. Lately, we've had a lot of gas leaks. And then with Carla and her kids and stuff like that, always on the forefront of my mind. I'm always still afraid that they're going to set that house afire just because they're that stupid. I almost did it actually about a couple of months ago, but they didn't reach for the fire extinguisher. Good thing that they came and recharged that thing, because we were without a recharged fire extinguisher, I believe, for 2 years. So that's it. I'm going to end it here. I still have to go and pick something up and go home. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment. Pull down your pants and slide on that out. Like this video, hit the thumbs up if you like what I'm doing or doing. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. Yeah. Oh yeah, new shades. The one thing that I don't really see as much is homeless on the medians over here. This is a notorious place for a lot of homeless. On the corners, on the exiting ramps, and on the turning corners. This is just a little bit of a gold mine for homeless people. There's only 2 people here. Even prior, just before the lockdown, I would see people that I know, maybe 4 at the most. And during the lockdown, this whole area was just, unfortunately, was just really inundated with a lot of folks panhandling and all the meetings and stuff. And a lot of people that I knew and stuff like that, they're all, hey, Carlos. Most of my friends are gone. I don't really see people anymore. A lot of new folks, like, this is really sad. I may sound always as of lately, but apprehensive, a little pessimistic for this winter. I don't know if you folks really saw what happened in New York, where a homeless person socked a MTA worker, and that's getting a lot of notice and talk. We have to do something about the homeless before stuff like that happens out here. Well, they also forget about the nurse that was attacked not too long ago. So, well, it's okay. Don't worry, I'm walking. You can turn. That van didn't like me crossing the street when I had the green. Gave me the middle finger. All right, my friends. I will post as soon as I can. Love you all. Stay smart and be nice.